It's 5 p.m.
All right, quiet on the set.
Shh, listen.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start the party.
Broadcasting around the world. Polkas After Dark. This is your number one internet station. The music you love right here, right now. It's another live broadcast. Special edition. Now your host, your USPA IJs of the Year for 2023, Rob and Jerry.
Hey, well, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Whatever it is, it's all good because you guys are here with us and we're here with you on
Polkas After Dark.
Yep, on Facebook Live and also
YouTube.
We love YouTube. Hey, and we love having people coming in here
We've
saying
got a
hello
bunch
already.
over here.
What does that mean?
On YouTube.
Oh, good.
Well, we have Dave Lisowski with us so far. Carolyn Smith, along with Aubrey, Danny, Linda, Emily, and Carolyn. They are pre-polka pool partying.
Pre-polka pool partying.
That's a mouthful. And then Tom and Sharon Golden are with us.
They
have
an
on the
anniversary,
patio.
right?
They do in September, but it's a big anniversary in September.
25?
Ooh, no.
30?
No.
35?
No.
40?
I think it's
52?
40. I think it's 40.
No, they can't be married 40 years.
I don't know.
Okay.
You know what? Maybe I should look 30. Maybe it's 30.
Yeah, definitely not.
It had a 0 at the end of it.
Yeah. Well, so does Tommy. But we're not going to go there right now. Hey, just kidding, Tom. Come on. No offense. I know we're going to see you in a couple of weeks. Actually, we're going to see you next week because you guys are playing over at that dance, the USPA dance, over at Potts Banquet Hall at 41 South Rossler in Cheektowaga, along with Frank Lishka and TBC. But hey, listen, I digress. We're going to be talking live in just a little while with Mr. John Cieplik from Massachusetts, Ludlow, Mass, actually. Hey, we're going to start out a tune that he is drumming on. Here is one by the Mass Brass. Here's one called My Favorite Polka.
That one about forever, the one that I remember.
Oh, yeah, crazy stuff here on Polkas After Dark behind the scenes as we're reading through some private messages as well as your posts. Hey, we want to say hello to Tommy Hoke, brother Tom down in Uniontown, PA. He has been joining us almost every week now since he got his phone fixed, so we're glad for that. Kathy Sargent, congratulations to you. Jerry, what was the congratulations for? I saw you typing some stuff.
That is inspector license.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And like Inspector Clouseau, she's going to be like a secret
like
agent
that.
or something like that?
Just like that.
Really? Well,
no.
What is it?
It's an inspector license.
Like-
It is a residential building inspector.
Congratulations, Kathy. Wow, that is amazing. Good for you. So happy for you and so proud of you,
That's
sweetie.
exciting.
Hey, we are also going to send a song out to Mr. Ed Rieski. He is here. Also, Rick Allen. We're going to say hello to Chris Tansky, our Buffalo Polka Booster president.
I can't wait.
She's all
for
excited.
The picnic.
The place is sold out. The picnic is sold out. We're going to have a lot of fun there, that's for sure. That's on the 21st. And we're going to say hi to Lizzie Rozak. Laura Statsko is here. Hello, Laura. Also, Michelle Vojtovich. Michelle is joined in. Erica Belanda McMaster tuned in from Chicago, Illinois. We've got Chris Curtis and his lovely wife, Sandy, out there in Ohio. Eric Bogdan. Hello to you, Eric. And also, let's see, who else do we have? John Cieplik is here. Can you believe that? He's actually early, front and center.
That's awesome.
Sup, everyone.
Sup. That's what I said when we first went live. Sup.
This is going to be a nuts interview. I'm going to tell you that right now. One for the books, that's for sure.
We do have to take a second to wish Lizzie Rozak a very happy birthday, because that was yesterday.
Happy birthday to you, Lizzie. God bless, and many, many more. Michelle Trzynski is here. Hello to Michelle and Daryl. And let's see. We're going to throw a curve here. Mr. John Cieplik also performed and recorded with Musical Magic, Dave Gavrinsky, and he's on a holiday recording. And we're going to send this one out to everybody. I know that Arlene is going to be joining us shortly. And I don't know if David's around or not. He's always playing. He's playing like 7 days a week, 3-4 jobs a day. He's amazing. I don't know how he does it. I can't even play one job. I played that thing for Dingus Day, and it's like, holy smokes.
And you slept very well that night.
I did very, very well in the hotel. Hey, Dave Gavrinsky's Musical Magic. Here's one called That Time of the Year. But to her justification, okay, to the justification, we actually have a young lady that is going to be having a Christmas get-together. And you know what? Let's go ahead and play that real quick before we get to the song. How about that?
Deck the banquet hall with festive cheer, because we're celebrating Christmas.
Wait, Christmas? It's only July.
Yes, Christmas in July. Grab your Santa hats and candy canes, because Jen Belanda Rutenberg is hosting a summer Christmas party at Royalty West Banquets, 8675 Archer Avenue, Willow Springs, Illinois, on Sunday, July 14th. Music will be provided by Polka Hall of Famer and Grammy Award nominee Lenny Gomulka and the Chicago Push. Doors open at noon and music is from 1 until 5. There will be a Christmas sing-along, raffles, and surprises. Food and beverages will be available for purchase. For more information or advance tickets, contact Jen Rutenberg at 773-936-7014.
Hey, so if you're out in that Chicagoland area, you definitely have to knock on the door over there. Jen, I think, is going to be, she's not going to be selling tickets in advance. It's just at the door. Going to be a lot of fun with Lenny Gomulka's Chicago Push. You definitely want to be there. Hey, so again, speaking of the holiday, here's that Dave Gavrinsky tune that we promised you guys with John on the drums. Here's one called That Time of the Year. Say hello to Susan Blackburn, Mike Reel in the Real World, also Alice Fischler. Great to talk to you today.
Here we are again, it's time to celebrate. holidays and happy times are here again. A time for songs of cheer, good friends and family near. Makes you wanna hug and kiss who's ever near. It's that time of year, we wish each other cheer, health and happiness throughout the coming year. A warm and friendly smile can make it all worthwhile, celebrating in our joyous Polish style. Siostra, bracia, ojciec, matka śpiewają. Ty chcesz pokochać mnie, może mnie buzi dać. Czas na wesołe kolendy życzeń ja. Here we are again, more time to have some fun. Christmas, New Year's wishes go to everyone. The weather seems just fine, let's have a toast with wine. Good to be with friends and family one more time. Hey!
That Arlene Gavronsky, wasn't that cute how she just said that at the very end of that? Hey, no, Arlene, we're just pulling your leg there, but Arlene wants to mention, and John already saw it, says, tell John Butterface wants Eggs Benedict in Savannah.
I don't know what it means. We only repeat what it says.
We're going to be asking him. That's for doggone sure. Hey, Polkas After Dark is what you're tuned to. We're going to be interviewing live Mr. John Cieplik in just, about 16 more minutes or so. We did have a special request. Somebody wanted to hear the AA polka.
That's for the pre-polka pool party gang.
Pre-polka pool party gang.
Yeah.
What, are they hanging out at Carolyn's?
They must be.
They must be.
Aubrey, Danny, Linda, Emily, and Carolyn.
Yeah, well, this one is for you, Miss Linda. It's a long story, John, right? That's okay. We'll wait.
Coffee cup, cold and black. Wish you had a little shot of Jack. Besides that, can't complain. Just trying to do the dang thing. My changing all of my truck. I ain't paying no $35. Kids need shoes, mama needs Levi's. I'm just trying to keep my daughters off the pole and my sons out of jail. Trying to get to church so I don't go to hell. I'm just trying to keep my wife figuring out that I'm married up and she married way, way down in Alabama where we love Nick Saban. Trying to write a song local country station will play. I'm just trying to stay out of AA. I gave up smoking cigarettes. Now I'm still hooked on Nicorette. Trying not to be like my old man. The older I get, the more I am. Trying to get paid and a little I may, y'all. Hey, y'all, at the end of the day, y'all, I'm just another John Deere guy. Up on a tractor, trying to to steer my daughters off the pole and my sons out of jail. Trying to get to church so I don't go to hell. I'm just trying to keep my wife figuring out. I married up so far and she married way, way down in Alabama where they love me. Say I'm trying to write a song. Local country station will play. I'm just trying to stay out of AA. Come on, baby, right here. I tell you, trying to stay out of AA every day, one step at a time now. Life's hard, family's weird. Sometimes you just need a beer. Can I get an amen? And I'm just trying to keep my daughters off the pole and my sons out of jail. Trying to get to church so I don't go to hell. I'm just trying to keep my wife figuring out. And I married up so fine and she married way, way down in Alabama where they love me. Say I'm trying to write a song. Local country station will play. I'm just trying to stay out of AA. Well, hey, 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 I'm just trying to stay out of AA. Yes, I am.
Oh, yeah, a little tune there for Ms.
Linda
Linda
Linda P.
Petrozeski. We're going to say hello to her and actually, again, all of the folks. Hey, you're also taking a look real quick at something that we want to make mention that's coming up in August. We know everybody that at least tunes us in this area is going to be heading down to Zabava. And here is Mr. Kenny Olowin to tell us all about it.
Prepare yourself for another Zabava experience. August 23rd, 24th, and 25th in Erie, PA. Featuring Lenny Gomolka and the Chicago Push. Ryan Joseph from Alan Jackson's band and Didi O'Grudney from Nashville. Together for a stellar performance on Friday night. On Saturday, don't miss the Marvels and the Cosmics in the afternoon. And the Fantastic Maestros Men on Saturday night. Then on Sunday, we will feature Frankie Lishka and Blue Magic.
I surely will be singing.
And get this, admission is free. Of course, the homemade Polish food is the real star. All made by Holy Trinity volunteers on site with love. It doesn't get much better than this, so join us for our 31st Holy Trinity Zabava. August 23rd, 24th, and 25th in Erie, PA. For more information, go to holytrinityrc.org. Zabava, Erie, PA.
Yeah, Jerry and I can't wait. We're going to be hanging out with the Skovrins, Pete and Val down there. And gosh, God only
Everybody's
knows who
going
much.
for at least a day.
Hey, Jenny Belunda finally tuned in. And Jenny, we just played your little tag there for your dance coming up with Lenny Gomolka and Chicago Push. I don't know if you had a chance to hear it. It was a pretty good jingle, though, so let's do it again real quick, huh?
Deck the banquet hall with festive cheer because we're celebrating Christmas.
Wait, Christmas? It's only July.
Yes, Christmas in July. Grab your Santa hats and candy canes because Jen Belanda Rutenberg is hosting a summer Christmas party at Royalty West Banquets, 8675 Archer Avenue, Willow Springs, Illinois, on Sunday, July 14th. Music will be provided by Polka Hall of Famer and Grammy Award nominee Lenny Gomolka and the Chicago Push. Doors open at noon and music is from 1 until 5. There will be a Christmas sing-along, raffles, and surprises. Food and beverages will be available for purchase. For more information or advance tickets, contact Jen Rutenberg at 773-936-7014.
Yes, sirree. And Jenny just got back from Seven Springs, where she celebrated her birthday for probably 2 or 3 days in a row.
Least,
Still going to go on this week, knowing Jenny. But happy belated birthday to you, Jenny. Hey, we're going to also say hello to Curtis Truska. He's here, Curtis. Let's see, who else just popped in? Mike and Jeannie Subcheck. Hello to you guys. And, oh boy, Jer, who do you have over there in YouTube?
I have Dave Lasowski, Carolyn, Aubrey, Danny, Linda, Emily, and Carolyn, Tommy and Sharon Golden, Ashley Torres, Beverly Nibel, Jake Fortin. Jake Fortin's hanging out with us.
Okay, well that is cool. Let's see, we need an Eddie Foreman tune. Let's go ahead and bring this up real quick while I get a chance to make a telephone call to none other than Mr. John Cieplik, because he's going to be joining us real soon, like probably in about 9 minutes or so. But I'll get a chance to talk to him, get a voice level. Hey, if you guys don't know this, John is not only a famed drummer, but he also does the Brew Time Polkas on YouTube, and he's going to be telling you all about that too.
Osiem upił ledwie stoję, ja nie zważę się boję. Osiem upił ledwie stoję, w starym mieście na ratusie siedział diabeł w kapelusie. Ja myślałem, że to dusza, uchyliłem kapelusza. Ja myślałem, że to dusza, uchyliłem kapelusza. Ja nie zważę się boję, osiem upił ledwie stoję. Ja nie zważę się boję, osiem upił ledwie stoję. W starym mieście na ratusie siedział diabeł w kapelusie. Ja myślałem, że to dusza, uchyliłem kapelusza. Ja myślałem, że to dusza, uchyliłem kapelusza.
Hey, hello to Judy Grayson. She's here with us this afternoon as well.
Tam na polu stoi siwy koń, za ten polu ciemny las. Jak ją będę z nimi wyjeżdżał, będzie za mnie wielki płaszcz. Jak ją będę z nimi wyjeżdżał, będzie za mnie wielki płaszcz. Już walizka zapakowano, stoi sieni na stole. Wynieś mnie, oj ja najmilejsza, wynieś mnie, oj na pole. Wynieś mnie, oj ja najmilejsza, wynieś mnie, oj na pole. Będą za mną te panienki płakać, co ja z nimi tańcował. Ej, no i więcej ta moja dziewczynka, co ja w nocy całował. Ej, no i więcej ta moja dziewczynka, co ja w nocy całował. Nie płacz o mnie, ty moja dziewczynko, oczy
yeah, that's a tune by Eddie Foreman's orchestra, Henry's Medley. And you know what? We've got another song we're going to do here real quick. We've got John on the phone, but we're going to hold off for just a second because we got another tune we're going to play. Everybody remembers this tune by Connie Francis. Well, here's a song by John Francis. Connie's actually stepson, as a matter of fact, I think he said.
The tears I cried for you could fill an ocean, but you don't care how many tears I cried. And though you only lead me on and hurt me, I couldn't bring myself to say goodbye. 'Cause everybody's somebody's fool, everybody's somebody's baby, and there are no exceptions to the rule. Yes, everybody's somebody's fool. I told myself it's best that I forget you. Though I'm a fool, at least I know the score. Yet, darling, I'd be twice as blue without you. It hurts, but I'd come running back for more. Yes, everybody's somebody's fool, everybody's somebody's baby, and there are no exceptions to the rule. Yes, everybody's somebody's fool, 'cause everybody's somebody's fool, everybody's somebody's baby, and there are no exceptions to the rule. Yes, everybody's somebody's fool.
Hey, John Cieplik on the vocal, and a lot of people didn't know, but yes, that is, I had said the son, but it's actually a stepson of Connie Francis.
Oh.
Yeah, because she remarried, and it's just a long story, but we're going to
Everybody's twice removed, 3 times removed, something. Everybody, what is that Kevin Bacon thing?
Oh, I have no idea. But hey, we're going to switch things over. And this is going to be crazy. I'm going to get ready to hit the delete button at any time with the bleep. Hey, John, can you hear me?
I can, Robin. How you guys doing?
We're good. We're good. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. This is
you guys have a fantastic show. Congratulations on your award at USPA, and really congratulations on you guys getting married. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, John. Hey, you and Lynn have been married how long?
It's going to be 37 years, October 3rd.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, that's
a long
scary.
time.
That is
long time. Yeah.
That is
I can't believe she hasn't. I can't believe she hasn't divorced me. About 15 years ago. I don't know how she puts up with me.
Once you're in it, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably true too.
You got that right.
Hey, John, I'm going to start out by asking you a bunch of questions that we ask everybody at the beginning of the broadcast. And the first one is, at what age were you when you heard your first polka song, John?
So I'll be honest with you. I grew up across the street in Indian Orchard, Massachusetts, across from Roger Lee Fowler. And, we played with the New Brass, him and Mitch.
Yeah.
So I used to shovel his mom and dad's driveway for New Brass albums. So I started listening to polkas. I started listening to the New Brass when I was a kid, maybe 9, 10, 11 years old. So yeah, New Brass was the first time I ever heard polkas. And then we used to listen to Billy Bellina's show out of Amherst, and so that's where I kind of got my polka kicks. You know what I'm saying? I love polkas. I've loved polkas since I was 9 years old. So.
Holy smokes. Now, I actually found out something about you that I didn't know. No, that I didn't know. And, of course, you are a fantastic drummer, but I never knew you played accordion, too.
No, I don't play accordion. I play a little bit of concertina, but very little. No, I don't play accordion.
Okay.
Hell no.
I had thought somebody said...
Talented.
What's that?
I'm not that talented. Trust me.
I had thought somebody told me that you played accordion. And,
No, I wish.
I even
I
have
wish.
that up there. So, holy smokes. Well, let me go ahead and do this. You do play concertina, you said, right?
Just a little bit. Yeah, I can chord a little bit. I can't really. I'm not real good at it. I owned a concertina for a while, and then I kind of got rid of it because I didn't have enough time. I do a lot of stuff. I just didn't have enough time to practice it. So I tell you what, if a genie popped out of a bottle and I had 3 wishes, I'd only want one, and that would be to play concertina.
Ah, interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, I like that. I like that instrument. I love it.
Do you have your own concertina, John?
I don't right now, but I'm thinking about getting another one. So I'm looking around. I'm gonna get a hold of Al Pietkowski and see if he's got anything that he can turn me on to.
There you go. That sounds great. And of course, keep our friend Mr. Eddie Rieski in check too, because Eddie knows how to get a hold of a lot of concertinas as well. And I think Joe Rindeck does from the Buffalo Concertina All Stars. I know you know
for
him.
sure.
Hey, I'm gonna have to ask this. And Arlene Gavroinsky mentioned something about Eggs Benedict in Savannah. What can you tell us about that? And please take your time, because I know you said it's a long story.
So we played out in Florida in the wintertime, and we hit a snowstorm coming back. And I was driving, and we ended up pulling over on the side of the road. And it's not that funny a story, really. It's just we woke up the following morning. There was like 14 inches of snow on the ground, and nothing was open. And we were trying to find breakfast. And Arlene, we call Arlene, and it's not nice, really, but Arlene's used to it. You know what a butterface is, don't you?
Yes, exactly. And that's why she said just tell him butterface.
Exactly. So we got up and we're looking for breakfast, and she didn't want to stop anywhere. She wanted Eggs Benedict. She wanted a restaurant open. She goes, I want Eggs Benedict. She was yelling at David. I'm like, we can't get any Eggs Benedict. We got to get a small sandwich or something like that. She wanted Eggs Benedict in the worst way. And that's the story. It's not that funny.
Oh, well, it is actually. That's kind of funny.
Eggs Benedict. She kept yelling at the David. I'm like, oh my God, we're in trouble.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, funny stuff.
Yeah, well, thank you for enlightening us with that. Hey,
yeah.
How about tell us some of the bands that you've performed in? I know you've recorded with the Mass Brass, Eddie Foreman Orchestra, great band. But tell us some of the groups that you've recorded with and played with.
Well, I started playing. Believe it or not, I used to take lessons at a place called Falsetti Music Center around here. My buddy Chris Sternal was filling in with a band called the Velvetones, Joey Smollett and the Velvetones. And they were doing a cruise, and Chris couldn't go, so he asked me if I'd play a few gigs and then do the cruise with this band. And that's actually the first full-time polka band that I ever played with was Joey Smollett. I played with him for 6 years. So Joey Smollett and the Velvetones. From them, I went to the Mass Brass.
Okay.
Then I had a small stint with Billy Bellina and Bay State 4.
Oh, wow.
So I played with Bellina for a while, and then from Billy, I went to the Musical Magic with Dave and Arlene. Great people. I miss them immensely. And you're right. Dave's playing more now than he ever did. He's he's always he's playing a lot out there, and so I love those guys.
Church stuff as well, and just an amazing guy. But you don't want to tell him that because his head will get big, and then his hat won't fit in the wintertime.
That is correct. And then So then from Dave, I started playing with Eddie Foreman. And then in the middle, I played with a band called Mark Six, Steve Chomsky and Tommy Kostick. And
Tommy, I know.
Pat Sis used to play drums with Eddie.
Yeah.
Was playing bass on that. Tommy Orzalak played stick. And we used to have a really good time with that band. And then I've been with Eddie for like the last 20 plus years.
Wow.
And in between, I filled in with some bands. I played a great gig with Stash Galunka at Seven Springs. He was having it was kind of towards the end when he was getting sick, and he had some sciatic problems. So I ended up filling in and alternating with Eddie Foreman, but I ended up playing this whole gig for him.
Oh, God bless you.
One of the best gigs I ever played. It was really, really a lot of fun. And now I'm filling in. I fill in where I can. People call me, and I'm playing with Lenny next week at Jen's house, and I'm playing Pulaski with Lenny. So I'm doing a little bit of fill-in work with Lenny Gamulka, which is really cool. So yeah, that's my short and fabulous polka career right there. So I've done a lot of stuff.
So you are not just playing East Coast stuff with Lenny, you're also heading out to Chicago.
Yeah, we'll be. I'm playing both days. We're playing the Christmas in July out there for Jen Rutenberg, Jen Belanda, and then the following week I'll be at Pulaski for 3 days. So really looking forward to the weekend.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be huge. Good for you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Hey, what is your personal favorite genre of music that John listens to when he's not listening to polkas?
To be honest with you, right now I'm sitting outside a gazebo in Ludlow. I got a friend of mine owns a trailer, a food trailer, so I towed it over here for her, and I'm kind of sitting in my truck and getting ready for these guys to start. But when I was a kid, I used to listen to just a lot of classic rock, Stones, the Grateful Dead. I'm a huge Grateful Dead fan, and there's a Grateful Dead cover band playing tonight. Just everything, just all classic rock, Jethro Tull, and you name a classic rock band, and that's kind of what I follow. But I mainly listen to polka music. That's what I like to listen to. That, and I listen to talk radio. So that's what I do.
You and I have a ton in common because I want to say when I turned about 30, which was almost 36 years ago, I started listening to a lot of talk radio. Rush Limbaugh, I love that guy. I just listened every single afternoon that he was on, and I still listen to our local station here in Western New York, WBEN. They've got some great guys on, just fantastic talk radio. So I share that with you. I really do.
I listen to. I'm a big politics guy. I'm not a local politics guy, but you know me. You've seen my posts and stuff like that. Sure. I don't want to get into that, but
no. And
but I love my talk radio, and I love polka music. I also play locally here with a blues band called QRBB, Quabog River Blues Band. So we're doing a lot of stuff locally here. Mainly a lot of classic rock. We do a lot of dead cover tunes, stuff like that. So I'm a busy guy. I got a lot going on.
Sweet, that is nice. Hey, John, do you speak or sing Polish?
I can sing in Polish. I can sing the hell out of it. I just don't know what the hell I'm saying. Just saying. You know what I mean? I can like every other polka fan. You know what I mean? I think they know all the Polish lyrics, which is really cool. But I'm a Polish style polka guy. You know what I mean? I like the hockey style, the Polish style. I listen to it all, but mainly push style polkas is what I mainly love.
Now, how do you pronounce your last name? Because I say Cieplik, but is it like Cieplik?
It's Cieplik in Polish. Cieplik. Okay. Yeah. Yep. John Cieplik. Yep.
I've got pictures, as I always do, showing the artists that we interview and everything. And I got to tell you something. You went, well, I don't have to tell you, you know this, but you took a trip to Poland, didn't you?
Yeah, a couple trips with John Guda. Really.
Tell us a little bit about that, John.
Let me tell you, the trips to Poland. I know a lot of guys do polka trips, and not to begrudge anybody else that does polka trips, but John Guda runs one hell of a polka trip. We went last year. And we went 2 years before that. So every 2 years we try to go on a Poland trip. Top-notch hotels. Poland. I tell you right now, if I had no ties here, my wife and I, no kids, no grandkids, I would move to Poland tomorrow. That's how good it is.
In a heartbeat.
It's fun. It's an unbelievable country. It just is. All the town squares and the farm to table food and all the women are dressed to the nines and the booze is good. It's cheap. I tell you, for one zloty, it's like $4 and something cents American. So any kind of money you go to Poland, you live like a king. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Poland is off the hook good. If anyone has a chance to go on a Poland trip, do it. I'm telling you, I don't care who you go with. It's just awesome. Awesome place. The history's great. We went to the salt mines and we went to Auschwitz and Birkenau, which is is realistic to begin with. We've been to Krakow, Gdańsk. Name it. We went to Pope John's home city. We went to the Black Madonna, Częstochowa. Częstochowa was unbelievable. I cried like a baby.
Really?
It was really. Poland is an off the hook trip. Anybody that's got a chance to go to Poland, you got to go.
Yeah. Well, I will say this: John Guda. Everybody talks about him. Everybody praises him up and down for his polka trips to Poland, and he even gets some guys together to jam. I've seen some of the videos, and as a matter of fact, I think you and Stahu ended up giving us a call, and we put you guys on live on one of our Saturday night shows.
Yeah, that was the last trip we were on. Yeah, that was the last trip we were on. Yeah, and then we take a trip. We take a river trip down the Dunajec River, and we usually have we usually take a couple of libations, and John Gooda brings his accordion, Eddie Foreman brings his accordion, Bob brings his trumpet.
Yeah,
and we do that all the way down the river, and we perform every night at dinner for everybody that goes. So we take like 40 or 50 people. There's entertainment every night, so it's just a great trip.
Wow, that is huge.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that with us, because that was really an offbeat question, but I had to ask it because the pictures tell a huge story in itself. Hey, John, also tell us some of the locations that you've recorded in, some of the studios. Where have you recorded with these bands?
Well, we recorded the Mass Brass album at Peppermint, which was a pleasure. The only time I ever recorded at Peppermint. But I'll be honest with you, the Dave Gawroński, the 2 albums I did with Dave, we did one, believe it or not, in the banquet room at Ludlow Country Club. Hank Gusevich recorded both of those albums, and the second one we did with him, we did in his house. We were kind of all in different rooms.
Wow.
And then we did the Eddie Foreman albums. I think we did both of those with Johnny Daigle. He had a studio in Holyoke. We did both of those there. Mark 6 we did at Pat Siss's studio in Hadley, which was really cool.
Yeah, Pat's nice. I get a chance to talk with Pat usually around the holidays. We say, hey, we're going to take 15 minutes to talk, and it ends up to be an hour and 15 minutes. But go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Pat's like you. He's a talented dude, man. He plays, bass drums. He's a really, really, really great musician. I haven't seen Pat in a while, but he's really, really, really a good musician, just like you. You play everything. I'm so jealous of you guys that can just pick up an instrument and play. You know what I mean?
Thank you for that. But, a lot of that is just... I always say it's not a talent, it's a God-given gift, and I am so fortunate to be able to have that. I don't play reed instruments. I always wanted to play like clarinet or sax. I've picked them up, but that's about it. That I pick them up, I play a couple of things, and I just set them right back down again.
No, I got you. In fact, one time we were at Springs, and I was looking at when Paul Fudala, God rest his soul, was alive. We used to have a condo with Vic Dardzinski and the Dardzinski boys and Mike Theus, and and I looked at Paul one day and I said, I really love to plplay this instrument. And he goes, listen, this is how you learn to play. You get a keg of beer, drink about 25 beers, pick the thing up, and just start playing. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, it works for me, but I don't think I can do that. I'm just saying. I would drop the concertina after the 25th beer. You know what I mean?
Paulie was something else. I mean,
that boy could play.
He mastered that concertina. Period.
Yeah, that boy could play.
He was just unbelievable.
Yeah, he was really, really good.
Hey, John, do you have a favorite band that you never performed with or played in, but you always wanted to, past or present?
Oh man, obviously every polka musician wanted to play with Blas. I think I sat in with one tune. He was here locally. I think I played with Blas, and then obviously Lenny. I'm lucky enough to perform at Lenny.
Everybody's
Eddie,
dream.
Yeah, I know. And then, Eddie Foreman's been a godsend for 20 years. Eddie, Eddie, I think Eddie has one of the most underrated bands in the polka field, to be very honest with you. I think he's always got consistent guys.
Yeah.
And, he performs the hell. He's the first guy, I tell you right now, he's the first guy to show up at if one of his fans passes away, or he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, and I just think he's got one of the most underrated bands in the field, and I've enjoyed playing with him for the past 20 plus years. But other bands I filled in with Polka Family a couple times. I'll play. Listen, I always tell everybody, if you need a drummer, I'll drive 10 hours to play with you if you need me.
Yeah,
that's just the way I am, But yeah, I've been fortunate enough to fill in with some really good bands, some jam sessions at Springs, and I consider myself lucky. Polka music's been very good to me. Absolutely. I would have gone half the places I've been in my life if it wasn't for polka music. It's been a great genre. I'm telling you, nicest people. You know, you never see fights. I mean, there's always something going on in polkas, but you never see fist fights. You never see any of that stuff. I mean, the genre of music that we love is just the best.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I have to echo your sentiment about Eddie Foreman. You know, definitely a great guy. Love his music. Always loved the band when I traveled with the Sounds or the Dynatones, and he played wherever he had played and we had played together. Just an unbelievable guy. I truly, truly believe that. He's just a fantastic musician, and like you said, he's got a heart of gold. And
he does, absolutely. Him and Carol will be the first one if there's, if one of his fans passes away, or even if they have a relative passed away, they'll drive 3-4 hours to make sure they're at the wake or the funeral, or they're just really, really good, genuine people. I love him to death. He's a class act. There's no doubt. Him and Carol, both class acts.
Yeah, gotcha. Hey, do you have a most memorable gig that you played? And it could have either been where there was a huge crowd, maybe it was a small crowd, John, but you guys were firing on all 8 cylinders. The band sounded hot. Do you have a most memorable gig that sticks in your mind? Now, not the largest crowd, because that's going to be the next portion of that question, but your most memorable gig, where was it?
Oh man, that's hard. There were a couple. I got to be honest with you. Playing that last gig with Stash Golonka, it was one of his last gigs. Playing that, I got to play with the musicians that I played with that day were it was Wally on trumpet, Eddie Shevitz on clarinet, Richie Zabrowski on box, Chris Bogdan on bass, and then I was playing drums. And just to sit there and play drums and watch Stash sing was just unbelievable. And then the other gig I did was in Frankenmuth with Mitch Biskup. He had the brass reunion band, and I did a couple days in Frankenmuth with him, and that was a pretty memorable gig. I got to be honest with you, that was one hell of a week. It's the last time I was in. Actually, we played Frankenmuth with Eddie, but I'll be playing Frankenmuth again this year. I haven't been there in a few years. I'm playing Frankenmuth with Lenny also, so in August. So I'll be there with Lenny also. So, but yeah, Frankenmuth was a good one. And that Stash Golonka one was really good. I've been fortunate to play a lot of great gigs, but those are the two that stand out to me the most.
Yeah, gotcha. And you said that you traveled down to Florida and you've played down there. Who have you worked with down there?
Well, Dave was one of them, and then basically Eddie. I mean, we've been down to Florida. We used to do 5 gigs. We used to do a couple of weekends and make a vacation out of it. Bob and I used to play golf, and we used to stay at the villages down there. And then I've been doing Florida with Eddie for the past 20 years. We go down do 3 gigs, but I played there with the only other band I played there with was the Musical Magic. We did, I want to say we played New Year's Eve there, a New Year's Eve, and I think one Christmas gig. But we played New Year's Eve in Vero Beach was the gig that we played down there with Dave. We had a great time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, great time.
Now, how about the largest crowd that you ever performed for?
Oh, man.
With whatever band.
I would say it's probably that Frankenmuth gig. I mean, Frankenmuth gets some really, really good crowds. You know what I'm saying? Although I'm playing Pulaski for the first time this year, so I'm probably going to have to preface that with Pulaski because I can't wait to play. I've never played Pulaski. Polka Day, so I'm really looking forward to that weekend.
You are going to have a blast. I had the honor to play with Scrubby down there a couple of years, and the place is mobbed. And the nice part about it, it's a good mixture of age groups, but to see these kids that are out on the dance floor that are dancing, they know the moves, they know how to dance, and a lot of them are very serious musicians. I mean,
yeah, I know.
Wait till you get there because I'm sure you're going to hit a couple of the bars, and the bars have musicians, different bands throughout the whole entire weekend, and it's amazing. It really is. So you are going to have yourself one whale of a time there, John.
Well, I just quit drinking, so I don't know if I'm going to go to any bars.
Well, I did too many years ago.
If you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you in
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Okay. All right. See, and I was going to say, I actually thought you did. because you dropped a few pounds, and I don't know if you want to discuss that or not, how you did it. That was amazing. I mean, I've seen
Yeah,
pictures.
yeah. I signed up as a life coach, if you can believe that. Anybody, if you put the two things together, John Cieplik and healthy, those two words don't go together. But I did get healthy. I lost about 70 pounds. I put a couple pounds back on. Obviously, but
Yeah, but still.
I'm still coaching a program called OptaV. If there's anyone out there that's interested in getting healthy, the weight loss is kind of a side effect of the whole thing. But if you're looking to do to maybe improve your health a little bit, you can reach out to me on Facebook or whatever if you want to do something like that. But yeah, it's the best thing I ever did. That 70 pounds changed everything, changed all my numbers, my blood pressure, my diabetes, the whole 9 yards.
Huge.
Weight loss is huge.
Yeah, amazing. Good for
Yeah.
you. Hey, John, who did you idolize growing up? It could have been maybe in the polka field or another genre, but who did you idolize? Who did you look up to when you started playing music? And maybe you still do, the same person.
Yeah, no, it was always, I'll never forget probably the first festival I ever played with Joey Smola was the Kielbasa Festival in Chicopee behind the Fairfield Mall. That was the old Kielbasa Festival.
Okay.
And we were playing next to Eddie Blazonczyk, and I had never heard Blaz live before.
Oh,
right?
Wow.
And as soon as he hit the first note, I mean, when Eddie started, when Blazonczyk when Blazonczyk played from note one to note end, it was power.
Oh yeah.
And I can't remember the first song. It was probably one of his intros or something like that. I looked at I don't know who it was with me, but it might have been my wife at the time, my girlfriend, but I said, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do right there. And I've been playing polka music ever since. But Blazonczyk was always, like everybody else, Blazonczyk, Lenny, it's just that's just the way it is. I think every polka musician out there kind of idolizes those two guys. And there was a lot of guys, Marion Lush and Louis, obviously. I grew up across the street from Louis' mother-in-law too, Zofia Madura. So I grew up with all the Happy Louis kids. Yeah, Denise and Diane, and I grew up with all those guys. So I was lucky enough. I had a really good childhood. Good street, Enfield Street, Indian Orchard. Zofia Madura used to live in one house, and right next to them were the Lifawas. I used to help them load the buses, and I had a great childhood.
Wow, it sure sounds like it. Holy smokes!
Yeah, it was great.
Wow. Let's see here. With all the musicians that you've shared the stage with, because you have performed with a lot, and I can't ask you if there's any favorites or anything like that, because that wouldn't do any musician justice, because if you're like me, every musician you have played with or performed with, or even just got a chance to stand beside when they were playing. But do you remember standing behind a band and actually watching either the drummer, probably Roger with the new brass, because
always,
him and Mitch, I mean, come on, let's get real. When they were on stage, Mitchie used to stomp to count the song, and the first note, just like Blazonczyk, the first note was like somebody threw a bomb on stage.
Yeah. Oh, you're no doubt.
That was just a powerhouse of music hitting your face. But who did you stand behind to kind of watch when you were growing up?
I'll be honest with you. Roger was one of them. Roger was always. The New Brass had one of the best bands in the land back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those guys were powerful. Stevie Dudas and Weasel played with those guys for a while, and Mike Costa, and name a. They had a lot of trumpet players. I can't think of his name right now. Anyway, yeah, the brass was always good to watch. But I got to tell you, I'm the kind of guy that goes, I'll listen to every polka band. I just assume, and I like to dance, but I just assume watch the bands. Dynatones were fantastic. Blazonczyk, of course, Lenny, back in the day, and it's just I watch every band. But the guy that I kind of emulate my drumming after is JT. I mean, Jerry Tokaj was a human metronome. That guy was just powerful. And a lot of drummers, he's too simple. Listen, I'm a very simple drummer, man. I don't do a lot of fancy stuff, but I'm telling you, you watch that guy he would be down a beat, and I tell you what, man, it didn't move the rest of the night. That guy was a phenomenal drummer.
Yep, I have to agree with that wholeheartedly.
Phenomenal.
Just standing back there watching JT perform was amazing. Usually at Seven Springs, when I was with the Sounds or the Dynatones, boy, I loved when we were done playing and Eddie was in the front hall, and just to stand there on the steps and watch him, and he was just so meticulous. And you're right, he wasn't real fancy, but he was in your face with his licks.
Man, he laid down a beat. In fact, I was lucky enough to play the Mass Brass played at Polka Motion by the ocean when it was in Ocean City, and we ended up using Eddie's equipment, and I got to play JT's drum set the whole night. I was like in heaven. Yeah, I had like an out of body experience. I'm like, where's all this stuff coming from? It was great. It was great.
Man, that's
It was fantastic.
That really is. Holy cow!
And listen, there's a lot of great musicians, a lot of great drummers that I love. Andy Boychuk and all the young guns. Alex Yash and fantastic drummer. There's just a lot of great musicians, a lot of young great musicians that are coming out right now, and we need to keep polka music with the young people, right? I mean, if it's not for them, polkas is going to go bye-bye, and we need to pull some young people in and get everybody interested in polkas again.
Totally agree 1000%. Do you have a favorite song that you like to sing or play when you're on stage?
I really like Bright Star Polka, Świeci Gwiazdeczka. I love that tune. Okay. I just like to sing. If I get a chance to sing, I'm a real happy guy. I like to perform, so it's good stuff. There's a lot of At the Tavern's one of my favorite tunes by Blazonczyk.
Oh yeah.
I can't. I wish I could sing like Eddie. I can't sing that high, but oh my God, yeah. There's a bunch of tunes that I love to sing. You know what I mean? I just love doing it.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up? Have you always been from the Ludlow area?
Yeah, so I grew up in a little town called Indian Orchard. It's right over. It's about. Okay. I don't know if you've ever been to the Polish Club in Ludlow, but it's about a mile and a half from the Polish Club in Ludlow. So
yes,
I grew up in Indian Orchard. I started taking lessons, drum lessons, when I was 10 years old. Played with the Falsetti Music Accordion Orchestra, their guitar orchestra. My first gig I played, I was 15 years old. For my drum teacher. My drum teacher couldn't make a gig, and he had me play in his wedding band at a place called Casa de Lisa in Chicopee. So that was actually my first professional gig that I played. I was 15 years old. I played for my drum teacher, Dave Chiquette.
Oh, jeez.
And he was a hell of a teacher, Taught me a lot. I took lessons for about 7 years. I can read music. I can read drum music. I used to play in some small pit bands, and I used to do a lot of trio work, a lot of local trio work with some local musicians. So yeah, that was my first gig, and I grew up in the Orchard. Yeah, Indian Orchard was a great place. In fact, the neighborhood that I grew up in is still Old Polish. I grew up behind a place called Labuda's Kielbasa.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's still really Old Polish. The church that I went to was a block and a half over. Went to parochial school there. So it was a great. Yeah, I grew up really lucky. I had two great parents. And you asked me who I idolized the most. I idolized my father. My father was one of the best men I know. So yeah, I mean, I had a great childhood. Absolutely.
That is awesome. Hey, can you tell us a little bit about your day job without divulging the company name? What do you do for a living?
So I work for the second largest privately owned bus company on the East Coast. We're like a Greyhound type company. Been there for 41 years in August.
Wow.
Yeah, I started there when I was 18 years old, handing out sandpaper and parts. Working nights. In fact, Joey Smola, the guy that I started, got me the job. I started playing polkas with, got me the job when I was 18. So I started there, and I've been there ever since. Now I'm in management. I'm the general manager of our body shop, and yeah, I've been there 41 years. In August 3rd, it'll be 41 years.
Oh, that is great! Congratulations. Hey, what's the latest recording that you're on, John?
That would be the rest of my years, Accordion to Eddie. That's the last album that I'm on with Eddie Foreman.
Accordion to Eddie. Okay.
Yep.
And You know, I can't believe it is 6 o'clock already. These interviews, when people get talking, they say, well, you know, I don't know if I could be interviewed. You mentioned I've never been interviewed before. We don't really call these interviews. It's kind of like a chat session. It just says interview on the title, but it's more or less just a chat session to kind of find out a little bit about you. And I'm so glad that you did that. I've got 2 more questions, though, for you.
Sure, go ahead.
Your favorite breakdown story. You have to have one, I'm sure, with all the years that you've been playing with the different bands.
Yeah, we broke down in South Bend, Indiana, with the Mass Brass one time.
Ouch.
We couldn't get we couldn't get parts for a bus. We broke down on a Sunday morning, and we had to wait. Well, actually, a Saturday night. We had to wait all morning. We kind of got a bunch of. We stayed at this diner, some diner or restaurant. We kind of stayed there all night. We had to wait in the morning for an alternator. So we broke down an alternator. You know, everybody's had their, flat tires and and stuff like that. But yeah, that was one hell of a weekend, boy. It was very long.
So was that the only one, or was that the big one?
Oh no, that was probably the big one. I haven't, except for like small, flat tires and stuff like that. Nothing really major,
Good. And in closing, John, what would John Cieplik say to somebody who wants to get started into music? What advice would you give them? Any kind of music. It could be any genre, and maybe they want to play drums or bass or keyboard or trumpet or clarinet, or maybe they want to play a lead guitar or keyboards. What advice would you give them?
I would say find yourself a good teacher. I would say learn to read music. It's good to play from the heart. It's good to play by ear, and there's a lot of guys that can do that. But I would start off with just a really good teacher, and stick to your guns. Make sure you practice. I did that a lot when I was a kid, and then I got you kind of get pigeonholed when you start playing with full-time bands and stuff like that. But especially drummers, I think drums, just because I'm biased, I think drums is probably the best instrument to start if you want to play in a band and stuff like that. But I always wanted to play piano. I always wanted to play guitar. Just have enough time to practice. But I'm telling you, get yourself a good teacher. Practice if you can, but get yourself a good teacher. I was fortunate enough to have Falsetti Music. Still in touch with my drum teacher to this day, and I can't thank him enough. I played with some great bands. I've done percussion for some bands. We had a band, Mike Torval had a band called Taste of Honey. We used to do a lot of Herb Alpert stuff. I don't know if you saw that online or not. You can catch that on my page. But just learn to read. And practice. Get yourself a good teacher and stick with it. That's the best thing. You can't listen. I'm the guy that didn't go to a lot of high school parties or anything like that because I was playing music. Music's going to keep you out of trouble. Music's going to keep you out of trouble. It's going to keep you busy. And guess what? The best part about it is you make a little bit of dough. And that's the best part.
That's right. You got that.
So
right.
just stick with it.
Hey, John,
and get some mentors. You know what I mean? Get some people that know. Just talk to different musicians. That's what I would say.
Oh yeah, that's very, very nice. Very nice.
Yep.
I usually end with that, but I forgot to really get into the nitty gritty. Tell us about Brew Time Polkas that everybody watches you on Facebook or on YouTube when we get a chance. Tell us about how long you've been doing that, and also the times that we can catch the shows on YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah, so I've been doing Brew Time Polkas probably for the better part, on and off, probably for the better part of 7 or 8 years, maybe. Okay. I'm thinking at least that long. I'm usually on Thursday nights from 6 to 8. Right now we're on YouTube and Facebook, mainly YouTube. But there's a really exciting polka network going to be coming out in September called Polka Radio. So you want to look for that coming up in September 1st. Brian Chankis is doing a little something. So look for that. Okay. Look for Polka Radio. And, I love doing it. And I say every weekend I end my show with, and I'm sure you do too, I appreciate the people that listen to my show. I have a lot of loyal listeners, and I know you're one of them. You're on my show. You come and listen every once in a while. And I really appreciate that. I really appreciate anybody who listens to what I do, because I'm a freaking fruitcake. So it is what it is. I try to have some fun and bring some levity into it. You know, sometimes I slip, but what are you going to do? I think I did pretty good today. Did I? I don't think I swore once tonight. Did I?
No, you didn't. As a matter of fact, I didn't have to hit the bleep button. That was awesome, John. Thank you.
Perfect. It was hard.
Yeah, I bet it was. But
no, it's all good. It's all good.
Hey, John, can't wait to see you again at some point. I'm sure our paths will cross. At either a festival or something like that coming down the pike. But just know that we love you. Thank you so much for all you do for polka music, not only playing the drums and singing, but also the behind-the-scenes stuff. People don't realize how difficult it is to do a video program with that, you know, and try to keep it cool and under the radar with stuff where you're not swearing or you're not doing anything that's off color, and you know, making it family oriented. But a lot of people don't understand how difficult it really is to do that. And Jerry and I admire you for that. Thank you so much for doing it with Brewtime Polkas, and continued success.
Hey, listen, thanks for having me on the show again. Congratulations on your marriage, and congratulations on your award at USPA. You guys deserve it. I was pulling for you, and I voted for you. So, listen, you guys,
John, thank you.
Thanks very much for having me on, guys. I really appreciate it. It's been a pleasure.
Hey, we love you, buddy. Take care.
Thanks, guys. See you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, how about let's bring up the maestro himself, as he's going to sing to you guys I Had a Beautiful Day. Here's Eddie Foreman's band. Tune taken by Blazonczyk. Here's one called I Had a Beautiful Time.
We met downtown in a barroom, both of us needing a friend. You brought me home to your doorstep. It was there you invited me in. We spent the wee hours dancing to your favorite polka music sound. We talked about what we both have been needing, discussing our ups and our downs. I've had a beautiful time holding your heart next to mine. I poured out my feelings while you poured the wine, and I had a beautiful time. If I seem a wee bit uneasy, you really size me up right. There's somebody at home still waiting, and she's probably been waiting up all night. I can't say I found any answers, but you listen while I rattled on. And you've been a beautiful lady, and you kept me from being alone. And I've had a beautiful time holding your heart next to mine. I poured out my feelings while you poured the wine, and I've had a beautiful time.
Hey, that's the Eddie Foreman Band. I Had a Beautiful Time polka, featuring the voice of Mr. John Cieplik. And John, we cannot thank you enough for being part of Polkas After Dark for this afternoon's interview. And don't forget, folks, if you missed any of it, you can go back and check it out either on Facebook or on YouTube. And just go to YouTube and type in John Cieplik, Cieplik interview over at Polkas After Dark, and you'll be able to find that real quick. Hey, switch it over. Let's get an Obetic. Here's the Dave Gowroński Band. Here's one called Back and Forth, Obetic. Hey, that's Dave Gowroński, a little bit of Back and Forth Obetic. You're tuned to Polkas After Dark. The time is 6:13 p.m. Eastern Time. Here's a tune by Frankie Lischka and the Blue Magic. You're going to be seeing them perform live this coming Saturday over at Bott's Banquet Hall for the USPA dance. You better be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. And also, you're going to be able to hear and watch Special Delivery.
Thanks a lot. Got a broken heart, that's all I got. You made me cry, I cried a lot. I lost your love, so thanks a lot. You told your friends as I walked by that you're not sorry, you made me cry. That I deserve just what I got. That's how you feel, so thanks a lot. So baby, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Got a broken heart, that's all I got. You made me cry, I cried a lot. I lost your love, so thanks a lot. I was your fool, I played the part. Now all I got now is a broken heart. We loved a little and laughed a lot. Then you were gone, so thanks a lot. So baby, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Got a broken heart, that's all I got. You made me cry, I cried a lot. I
Hey, we're going to say hello to Judy Wisniewski, Arlene Gavroński one more time. Also, Mike Reel and The Real World. Here's Special Delivery.
Hej tam tater, łotrzywy tater, hej podkochuje holny wiater. Hej podkochuje, leci z nowiną, gdzie nasze idą ku dolinom. Hej podkochuje, leci z nowiną, gdzie nasze idą ku dolinom. Na samym przyjdzie Galica jedzie, 4000 wąska wiezie. 4000 chłopców górali, hej ciupagami na Moskoli. 4000 chłopców górali, hej z ciupagami na Moskoli. Hej Madziar pije, hej Madziar płaci, hej za Madziara płacą dzieci. Hej płacą dzieci, hej płacę żona, hej bo Madziara nie ma doma. Hej płacą dzieci, hej płacę żona, hej bo Madziara nie ma doma.
Oh, yeah, another great tune. Special Delivery, as our gal, the weather lady, used to say,
Yep.
the tater tot song. Man, we sure
I still
as heck
call it
miss
that
her.
because I can't say the real name.
No. Well, it's not only that. I mean, she created that. Everybody that plays it that knew her
Says it that way.
use it. Yeah.
Or
Most
references
definitely.
it. Absolutely.
Most definitely. Hey, Polkas After Dark is what you're tuned to, kids. We also want to say hello to some folks that joined us during the interview. We are so sorry we didn't get a chance to acknowledge you, starting out with Carol Skaminski. Thank you so much. Eddie Ryeski, Gail Serva. Looks like John Fadala. Carol Anilla, hello to you. Let's see, Michelle Wojtovich, Erica Belunda McMaster. Oh boy, Joe Wondolowski. Also, Edward Uris. I wonder if he's still down in Florida. I bet he is. Mike and Darlene Reel, and also Mikey. We want to say hi. A special shout out to you guys. Thanks for always tuning us in, especially on the important interviews with these musicians. We learn so much from them. It's exciting. It really is. And it's amazing some of the stories that these guys tell. Also, Terry Ahrensman is here. Judy Wisniewski out there in, I want to say Illinois. No, she's out there in, Pulaski, Wisconsin area. Yeah. Hey, Frank Stetter. Hello to you, Frank, from the Mon Valley Push. Also, Mr. Todd Zaganyet stopped by to say hello. Thank you so much. We loved listening to you, as we always do, Todd, every Sunday morning on WHMP.com, because we're the ones in the cheap seats. We don't get a chance to catch you from Massachusetts on your powerhouse radio station out there, but WHMP.com, everybody catches you on a Sunday morning from 8 until noon. We love what you guys do. Daddy Z, Linda Mitch, and just keep doing what you're doing. We love it every single weekend. And, of course, you can hear TZ all week long over there on the PolkaJammerNetwork.org. Hey, Bob Szymanski is here. Also, Bob Saharsky. Hello to you, Jeff and Gail Frunzak.
Hey.
You want to say, and Lauren, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lauren. Happy birthday to you.
Boy, that was brutal.
Yes,
Oh,
but
good
people
gosh.
love us and listen to us
Mr.
anyways.
Roger Malinowski is here. Holy smokes, we've got a great crowd. And
We
thank
also
you. Go
have
ahead.
Dave Lasowski, Carolyn Smith with Aubrey, Danny, Linda, Emily, and Carolyn are all tuning in. We have Tom and Sharon Golden on their patio. We're partying on their patio, and we're partying at the pre-pool party. Pre-polka pool party. I'll get it
Pre-polka
right, I
pool
promise.
party.
We have
Hey.
Ashley Torres, Beverly Nibel, Jake Fortin's with us. Mike Catanzaro, we were just talking about how he hasn't been on
Yeah.
in a little bit. He's here with Amy and Nikita. Wishing everyone had a great 4th of July.
You know, we still have a lot of folks tuned in that aren't in the chat
Oh, yeah.
rooms. So
These are
thank
just
you
the
guys for
chatters.
all of that. But also, who requested the song by Mr. Gary Weber on Concertina?
That is Eddie Ryaski.
Eddie
asked.
Ryaski. Well, here you go, buddy. Here's one by the Trolltones featuring the amazing talent of Gary Weber, taken from us way, way too soon. Everybody knows him as Maui Weber, Jimmy Weber's brother, Gary. I had the pleasure of performing with the Trolltones for 3, almost 4 years. And what a great guy he was. Excellent personality, always made people laugh. But when it came to the concertina, well, it'll talk for itself here. There you go, folks. Tuned by the Trelltones featuring the amazing fingers of Mr. Gary Weber. Hey, Jerry, we had a song that was requested by Jake.
Earlier. Yes, he requested this song, sending it out to Ashley Torres.
Hey, Sunshine in My Life, here's the beat. Also, our buddy Jake Fortin out there in Radio Land. He's on Grizzly Radio, and you can catch his broadcasts also on 247polkaheaven.com. Oh, gosh.
We also have a few more hellos to say because I don't want to forget anybody.
Yeah, please. No, go right ahead.
So we have Bobby Calvert with us, as well as Les and Alice Kapuczynski. So I just wanted to make sure I finished up the list there.
Okay, we also have Veronica Costa. Probably Michael's hanging out over there too. Helena Boric is here. And also we want to say hello to John Cieplik once again. John, thank you ever so much for taking the time on this Sunday afternoon to hang with us. Our apologies to Lynn. Please make sure that you extend that to her. Although if she knew he was doing an interview, would she be glued to the internet? No, she probably took a nice long nap. So wake her up when you get a chance there. Hey, here's a tune: Apples, Peaches, Pumpkin Pie, especially for Aubrey.
Apples, peaches, pumpkin pie. Who's not ready? Holler right. Let's all play hide and seek. Apples, peaches, pumpkin pie. Who's not ready? Holler right. Let's all play hide and seek. Well, you wanna see my Susie, a pretty girl, is she? She lives
about another new one off of that New Phase recording? Here's one called Modern Girls Polka. The title of the recording is At Phase Value, and make sure that you get your copy as soon as you can.
Szukam se dziewczyny, która mnie pokocha. Taką panieneczkę, co dla mnie serce ma. Taką panieneczkę, co dla mnie serce ma. Trudno będzie znaleźć taką, co jest wierną. Bo teraz panienki tylko się zabawią. Bo teraz panienki tylko się zabawią. Cieszy się dziewczyny, kochania nie znają. Chłopaków na dejta zawsze wyciągają. Chłopaków na dejta zawsze wyciągają. Ciągle tylko pytaj, tylko dziś pason ma. Naszo do klubu i do bary wódkę pić. Naszo do klubu i do bary wódkę pić.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we got some great tunes still coming your way. And we also want to make another mention to you kids that if you can, send a birthday card. That's right, either a thinking of you or a birthday card to Mrs. Betty Cieplik over there at 83 Woodhaven Drive in Rochester, New York. And the zip is 14625. That's 14625 on the zip for Rochester, New York for Mrs. Betty Cieplik. She is going to be celebrating a birthday this coming Tuesday. So even if you go out tomorrow morning or if you go out tonight maybe to your favorite...
Even if it's late, I'm sure she'd love to get a card.
Exactly. I was just going to say that same thing.
I know. That's why I said it.
You took the words right out of my mouth. But please, if you get a chance, why not brighten up this gal's day and make sure that you put a smile on her face, because you know you will when you get a hold of a card and send it to Betty Cieplik. That last name is spelled Cipchak at 83 Woodhaven Drive in Rochester, 14625. Hey, we also want to make mention of a lot of other things going to be happening too. This coming Saturday, you're going to be entertained by two of the finest, Special Delivery and also Frankie Lishka's Blue Magic Band.
I was going to say not us, because we're not here.
No, we're not here.
We're going to be over there.
We're not here. We're going to be there. So make sure that you do take note that there is no broadcast on Saturday, the 13th, because we will be attending, first of all, we'll be attending Phil's housewarming party, which he is going to be putting on. That's going to be a lot of fun. And also, we want to let you guys know that we will be at that USPA dance at Potts Banquet Hall, 41 South Rossler in the Value Plaza. You want to make sure that you swing by there. It's right behind McDonald's if you're driving up Clinton Street. You can't miss it. And let's see here, the music is from 6 to 11 p.m. and only $20 admission. No advance tickets. It's $20 at the door, and you'll be able to hear two really fine bands, Special Delivery and also Frank Lishka's Blue Magic Band. Hey, one more time, we also want to make sure that you guys know about the Zabava, and that's going to be coming up in August we want to make sure that you get out there, and it's going to be a lot of fun as well. Here's Kenny to tell
Prepare
you.
yourself for another Zabava experience. August 23rd, 24th, and 25th in Erie, PA. Featuring Lenny Kamolka and the Chicago Push. Ryan Joseph from Alan Jackson's band and Didi O'Grudney from Nashville. Together for a stellar performance on Friday night. On Saturday, don't miss the Marvels and the Cosmics in the afternoon. And the Fantastic Maestros Men on Saturday night. Then on Sunday, we will feature Frankie Lishka and Blue Magic. And get this, admission is free. Of course, the homemade Polish food is the real star, all made by Holy Trinity volunteers on site with love. It doesn't get much better than this, so join us for our 31st Holy Trinity Zabava, August 23rd, 24th, and 25th in Erie, PA. For more information, go to holytrinityrc.org. Zabava, Erie, PA.
I've had nothing but sorrow since you said we were through. There's no hope for tomorrow. How's the world treating you? Every sweet thing that matters has been broken in two. All my dreams have been shattered. How's the world treating you? Got no plans for next Sunday. Got no plans for today. Every day is Blue Monday. Every day you're away. Our pathways have parted. To your memory I'm true. Yes, I'll stay broken hearted. How's the world treating you? Do you wonder about me like I'm hoping you do? Are you lonesome without me? Have you found someone new? Are you burning and yearning? Do you ever get blue? Do you think of returning? How's the world treating you? Ooh, do you think of returning? How's the world treating you?
Make your plans now to join the International Polka Association on Labor Day weekend, August 29th through September 1st for the 56th Annual IPA Festival and Convention. The festival returns to the Doubletree by Hilton Hotel Pittsburgh Cranberry for 3 fun-filled days of polka entertainment. You'll be entertained with music by Lenny Gomulka and the Chicago Push, John Gora and Gorale, the IPA Tribute Band, Michael Costa and the Beat, Klanick and Friends, Crusade, Frankie Lishka and Blue Magic, the Moroshik Brothers, the Polka Family, the Natural Talent, the Easy Tones, the Zolka's Polka Band, Special Delivery, and the Cosmics Band. There will be a pre-festival welcome party on Thursday with Alex Meixner, a Friday morning golf outing presented by Jeff Yash, the 55th Hall of Fame and Music Awards banquet, pool parties, a polka mass on Sunday, the election of officers and directors, plus much more. For room reservations, go to www.ipapolkas.com/go/reservations. If you prefer to call to make your reservation, you can do so by calling the hotel directly at 724-776-6900 and be sure to mention the IPA attendee block for our special room rate. All rooms and rates are subject to availability at the time of reservation. For all the latest information regarding the festival, please visit our website at www.ipapolkas.com. It's going to be a fun-filled polka rockin' weekend you don't want to miss. We hope to see you there.
Yeah, the IPA is coming up. You've got a lot of great things coming up. Of course, everybody that purchased their tickets in advance for the Buffalo Polka Booster Picnic, well, congratulations, because you guys are going to be there. We're going to be there, and we hope to see a lot of you folks there as well. Hey, you know, our buddy Mike Ivan, he keeps chiming in, it's not dark yet. Hey, Mike, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Close your eyes real quick. Close your eyes. Remember recording in an attic off of Clinton Street? It was Weimer, I believe, or Weiss, something like that. Just keep your eyes closed. Hey, hello to Alan Pella. Also, Dave Zahowski. He's tuned in, as well as Teddy Collada. Hello to you, Teddy.
Coming back again, she's picking up the slack again. She's back in town where she belongs. My sweetie's coming back again. She's back on the track again. She knows that leaving me was wrong. They say that she's a wandering girl, nothing but a mixed-up girl, but I still love her just the same. They say she's no good for me. She'll break my heart 1, 2, 3, but I'll be happy when she takes my name.
Hello to Diane and Chris Zavisha.
My baby's coming back again. She's picking up the slack again. She's back in town where she belongs. My sweetie's coming back again. She's back on the track again. She knows that leaving me was wrong. They say that she's a wandering girl, nothing but a mixed-up girl, but I still love her just the same. They say she's no good for me. She'll break my heart 1, 2, 3, but I'll be happy when she takes my name. My baby's coming back again. She's picking up the slack again. She's back in town where she belongs. My sweetie's coming back again. She's back on the track again. She knows that leaving me was wrong.
Here's a little bit of live Dynatones from Pulaski, Wisconsin. Happy belated birthday, Scrubby. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah, very nice to even say that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, just because we sent out a belated birthday wish to Scrubby Severiniak. I don't know how old he would have been. I think maybe Pete Wojcik posted on his page, if I'm not mistaken, but gotta be pushing 70, that's for sure. Maybe 71. I don't really know for certain. Hey, let's go ahead and bring up another tune by the Mass Brass. And here's one called I'll Love You Forever Polka. Hey, polka music right here that sounds fabulous, and I mean fabulous, with all the bands that we have been playing, featuring John Cieplik on drums, most of the cuts that we were playing today. Hey, we've got Ray J here. Good evening to you, Ray J. Oddly enough, we've got a song that we're going to bring up by Ray. I can't believe we only have 5 more minutes left to the broadcast tonight. Again, we do thank each and every one of you for tuning us in. You left a very special place in our hearts, and we thank you ever so much. It looks like Lisa and Greg Skowronek were back from the Dynabrass dance. They said they had a great time there at the Polish Club in Connellsville, and we thank you ever so much when you guys are able to tune us in when you do. Also, Bob Up, he says, have a great week, guys. Well, Bob Up, you too, a.k.a. Mike Kolisek. Let's see here. We've got... Let's bring up a tune by Ray J. Here's one called Good Evening Polka.
Dobry wieczór, dziewczę dwa, przyklęknął Halino, że się mi się odebrała tak późną godziną. Dobry wieczór, do kościoła, dzisiaj ślub w kościele. Widzisz, wianek na mym głowie, dzisiaj jest wesele. Kalina moja miła, jak ten młody będzie. Gdzieś mi o tym nie mówiła, że chce i nie bierze. Ja ci o tym nie mówiła, bo ty się nie wita. Jak się ty odmówić miło, że i nie przywitał.
Hey, once again, don't forget, next week, folks, there is no show on Saturday. We will be here on Sunday with a very personal type of an interview. You guys make sure you catch that. Hey, as Jerry and I always say, if you've been listening in your car,
thanks for the ride.
We thank you for tuning in Polkas After Dark every weekend as you do. Have a great week, folks. We love you. God bless.